All right, so now it's time to move on to the lips. So I'm going to do a similar process. It's pretty much the same as the eyelids. It'll just do only half of it. Let me make sure I get the exact edge of the lip, which would be the most protruding part. Yeah, and that seems to wrap down to a reasonable place. But I think my lip paint extends just a little bit further, probably to this edge, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. So this is our lip outer. Let me click that. And lip main, just like the eyelids, would be where the lips touch. So we would go here. Let me pick an edge in here. That's too far in considering what it has picked of the lower lip. Let me go closer until I get a reasonable place that works for the top and the bottom. And do lip main. Okay, and then for lip inner, I'm going to use the assist again. Or this time, there's no need to do it since I showed you what it looks like. I'll just isolate and dig in here. Pick my own edge loop. So I'll pick maybe there. That's very far in. Let me come one step closer. And closer yet again. Let me go from the inside and look. For me, it's easier to find a reasonable edge loop by looking like this. I think that assist sometimes distorts the geometry too much, and I have a difficult time picking. So yeah, that's my lip inner. I'll go lip inner. Okay, so that's our fitting stuff for the lips. I'm going to isolate that too and give it an inspection. Yeah, that's very deep in there for the lip inner. Maybe I went a little too far. All right, let's move on to the eyebrows. Now, for this model, the eyebrow geometry isn't traveling perfectly along an edge loop on the head. It's arched a little upward, or in this very stylized way. So I'm not going to get a perfect edge loop that it's sitting right on top of. This is the edge I'm going to be playing with for these eyebrows. It's this one basically, right? Because that comes closest to it. Or I think I might mess around with this one here, right? Because it does chart a perfect path around the face mask. So I'll be using these points. Right? It will mean that my eyebrow will be a little wonky and I'll have to do some adjustment. Maybe I will alter the geometry, but we'll see. I might play around with this eyebrow geometry so it's charting this path, but I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's going to be a big issue at all. Let me pick my vertice that represents the first field that Advanced Skeleton wants. So eyebrow inner, I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to come here and click that point for eyebrow outer. And eyebrow center is in the center of the head. So I want to make sure I pick a vertice right down the center that is also on that path. So I think this is my center point. Let me confirm that in the front view. No, I have the wrong one. This is the center point. All right, so that's right there. So I go eyebrow center, and yeah, I should have all those points defined. They should all be on the same path. I think I made a mistake with this one. My intention was to pick this. So let me see if simply unchecking it, yeah, that allows me to delete it, and I can redefine it. Okay, yeah, this is the edge loop I'm messing with. This is what I said I was going to chart all of them along. So I don't know why I selected up there, but yeah, that should be it for the eyebrows. And now that I think about it, I think maybe I should consider going a little farther down. I think, yeah. All right. So I'm going to delete this again. And I'm going to pick, let me make sure I clear this edge loop so it doesn't confuse the system. And make sure I pick a vertex here, the one right after it over there, and do eyebrow outer. Okay, so that's a better range. I believe will work out well. All right, so with this one, it's a little bit more complicated, and because of how my geometry is laid out, I suspect I might run into some issues, but maybe not. So it's the forehead, and it's looking for 3 vertices, which I believe have to be selected in a particular order. The first 2, you can be guided to them with the help of the fitting for the eyelid. So whatever this eyelid is charting, this separation point here, we want to find that all the way to the center of the head. So if I go to the front view and I chart a line from here, I want to pick a vertex here. And then on the outskirts, I'm looking for a vertex that sort of travels also past this line here. I'm going to pick that one. But unfortunately for me, my edge loop doesn't wrap around perfectly all the way up top until I wrap around to the top here. And to be honest, I think with this one, I'm going to go with my own points that make a little bit more sense. This one is good, but I don't think that this is going to work out too well. So I'm going to just pick based off of what I think is the best location. So I'm going to pick right there, see what the system does. Maybe it charts a jaggedy path till it finds this vertex. And the last one, I'm going to pick as far up as I can here. Maybe there. Yeah, that might be a little too far, but actually no, she has a huge forehead. And yet again, I've missed the center because I have so many vertices. I run the risk of making this mistake. I think it's there. That's the center vertex. Yeah, I think this is a fair location. Maybe let me go a little bit farther back. Okay, so let's see if the system can handle this. See if it can chart this path. So I click forehead. Yeah, it did its best to chart the path. All right, so this is better than nothing, but I think this would be a little risky. I think I should go further back. This character is weird, and I might just have to accept the fact that she has a really large, weird forehead. And I also want to see what would happen. I wanted to chart a better path here, like this. And I'm going to delete these guides and take another shot at it by simply selecting farther down, maybe there. And hopefully it will chart a path here that isn't so close to the face, or isn't so close to the eyes and the eyebrow. So let me go forehead. Yeah, this feels safer for forehead. I'll take this. And worst case scenario, I'll have some skinning to do. All right, so this is my forehead selection.